So it's used to identify patterns and trends of user behavior across our web and mobile platforms. Um, we use it to answer wants and needs types of questions from our business stakeholders who want to understand the digital experience. Um, what did the user click on? It's clickstream data, and we use that data to optimize the user's experience on the site and to understand the effectiveness of digital as a channel. It makes the analysis the central part. Um, it almost has a front end as a graph database bolted onto a columnar back end, which means a lot to some people and nothing to other people. But my analysts don't have to write SQL. They can drag and drop, and they literally can have a conversation with their data. They can ask a question and simply drag something over and get the answer to that question. Currently, the cost model is by server calls. Due to the nature of our architecture, we are charged server calls when there are errors on our web pages. And I wish it wasn't so. 404 error, 500 error. We even get 200 errors saying everything's okay when everything's not okay. So that's not Adobe's fault. It's our own architecture. But the answer I'm giving to your question is I wish there was more flexible pricing with respect to how server calls are charged. Some of them are non-material in terms of what the product is supposed to do for us. And, you know, that we could delete that kind of data, but it's read only once it's collected. So we have no way of recouping any value.
You're paying for something
We're paying for Adobe to store garbage data, and it'd be nice to delete it. If you have Google Photos and you load a bunch of photos up there inadvertently that are out of focus, and then Google doesn't let you delete them and charges you an extra fee because you're exceeding your storage limit, it doesn't make sense. 9, there's nothing in the market that is second. I mean, there is Google Analytics, but Adobe's integration and being an industry leader in so many other areas, um, it's preferred. Well, it's well suited when you're trying to understand customer activity. In other words, not just what did you do on the website, but what did 100 million people do on the website? There's not a lot of tools that can analyze that kind of scale, speed, volume, and do it accurately. So we use it to understand high volume industry traffic across web and mobile. We're more profitable because of it. If you can't understand what to improve, what actually will guide your thinking? So we can have objective measures based on data driven decisions based on the data that Adobe generates for us, whether they're KPIs or OKRs, any type of measurement that you want to derive for improvement. uh, Adobe constitutes the ability to put all those things together and understand optimization over time. And we use it to make the experience better for customers and to make it more profitable for the bank. I've used Google Analytics. They're similar. They both can achieve, in isolation, they both can achieve very, very similar objectives. There's a free version of Google. Many in the industry misconstrue that free version is better option than a paid version of Adobe. It's a misnomer because to do it at scale, you got to pay Google too. So now they atomize the data differently. So their numbers will never quite agree. A lot of that has to do with the sessionization rules and how that data gets, you know, packaged, if you will, to understand the experience. Neither of them are right and neither of them are wrong. It's just their own individual approach, stylistic approach to how that information can be understood and woven into a story. It can collect dynamic and custom events. So, however, we architect our website, Adobe allows us to collect the data we care about and to understand that data over time. So that's very powerful. Whether we're using iframes, whether we're using custom JavaScript, whether we're using container logic within mobile development or using something native like Swiss for iOS, Adobe allows the power of capturing that data at the edge where our customers use their devices. It delivers exceptional value. The price is high. Yes. Yes, it does live up to its marketing promises. It happened before, so I
So
wasn't.
not involved.
No.
Yeah.
Yes.